Thank you, mate. Just before we get the wonderful Jamie T on to do his... Did I say P, didn't I?
P. Anybody say T?
P. Before Jamie P comes on, I think it's a good reminder, one of the reasons we're here today is not just for the great acts that we've got lined up, it's also about the striking workers. We've got Jeff here tonight, who's a member of the CW. He's speaking in a personal capacity. He just wants to say a few words about what it's about and what it means to him. So I'll hand over to Jeff. Right after Jeff, we'll have Jamie P. Thanks.
Yay!
Hello, thanks very much. I should just say I'm probably not a great public speaker, but I'm going to try and do my best tonight. And my name's Jeff Breeze. I am a postal worker. I used to be a union rep for the CWU. I had to step back from that for personal reasons. I must begin my speech by stating that I come to you tonight not as a representative of my union or even on behalf of CWU. I'm purely speaking tonight in a personal capacity as a striking postal worker. First of all, I'd like to thank the organisers of the event and the joiners for putting this on this wonderful evening. Events like this are so important in times of struggle, where we can all get together, exchange ideas and experiences as we face the struggles that are going on at this time. Whether it be postal workers like myself, BT workers, railway workers, red funnel workers, dock workers, council workers, barristers, or any other group of working class people who are under attack at the moment and are trying to fight back. So why would I come here tonight? And as I said, not good at public speaking, not good at getting up this. Why would I come here by myself to this and not represent anyone but myself personally? Well, a couple of reasons, okay. First of all, satisfy my ego a little bit, okay. I've always wanted to say that I've been on the stage at the Joiners and been on the same stage as bands like Oasis, Green Day, Katie Tunstall, a whole number of other famous acts. Secondly, it might make a nice little video for my humble little YouTube channel that Glyn is kindly filming, which shows me on the same stage as Oasis, Green Day, Katie Tunstall and so on. But lastly, and far more importantly, I want to speak to you tonight because the rights of working people matter to me. They matter to me a great deal. Sorry, I have all this written out and I'm losing my pages, but...
Don't do Boris.
No, Peppa Pig.
But here's the thing. This stuff matters to me a great deal. For a number of reasons. I'm speaking to you tonight as a postal worker. We were, and I'm sure many of you guys here were as well, classified as key workers through one of the biggest crises our society has faced in recent years, the COVID-19 pandemic. And let's put this in perspective. Even though I personally, I spent most of that pandemic inside my house. I was on the clinically vulnerable list. But most of my work colleagues were out there every single day. Literally, at this point before the vaccines were rolled out, risking their lives on a daily basis to keep this country going. As I said, at the end of the day, here's the problem. For those of us who are key workers during that pandemic and who did that and slogged through this, and I can speak on behalf of postal workers. I can't speak to any other group of workers, but I'm sure you'll identify this. Every single day they were doing literally like what would normally be 2 or 3 days worth of work for them every single day to keep the postal service running, to keep, to deliver all the test kits for the vaccines. Now, at the end of that, to be told, not only is there no reward for you guys, but we're going to tear up your terms and conditions. I'm sorry, that's not acceptable. That is just not acceptable. But this is a situation, it's not unique to us postal workers. Lost my thread again here, but it's not unique to us. All key workers have gone through this, and now key workers during that crisis are being told the same thing. It's just not good enough that we're treated like this. So that I'm going to throw this speech down, so that I'm just going to speak out right now. It's top, and like the big phrase that's going on politically right now, enough is enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely, enough is enough. It's not good enough for working people to be told that you've gone through all this stuff, and not only are you not rewarded for it, but you've got to pay once again for the crisis of the ruling classes. I'm sorry, it's not good enough. I speak to you this is coming from the heart, and as I said, I've just thrown my speech down. This is just coming from the heart right now. We are in a situation where the fight back is very much needed, and the fight back is on. We absolutely need to build solidarity and the movement right now.
Yeah, man.
Because the attacks are still coming. They're still coming right now, and they will keep coming. And, it's not just a matter of the industrial situation. We've got to look at the political situation, folks. Friends, comrades, we've got to look at the political situation. We're living in this time of prices going up, and we're once again being told we need to tighten our belts by the people who run this country. We hear things along the lines of, now that not only food banks are going to be a thing, but warm banks are going to be a thing this winter because of the energy crisis. And we have people out there, like the likes of Jacob Rees-Mogg, who thinks that food banks are a uplifting thing. It's a great thing to have food banks. I'm sorry, I don't know about any of you here, but I feel the fact that food banks are necessary in the year 2022 in this country is a national disgrace. For shame! For shame! So we have to ask those questions as well. And we have to ask, we need not just to build the industrial struggle, but we need to start thinking we need a government in our place that represents working people and are in the interests of working people. Now, whether that be a Labour government or whoever, I don't know. And I didn't even really come here to get into like any partisan or party politics tonight, but I am going to say one thing about this. For the leader of the Labour Party, Sir Keir Starmer, to actually say to his own MPs and his own shadow cabinet, we don't want you going on picket lines and supporting people, some of these unions who are affiliated to the Labour Party, I don't want you going on them. I'm sorry. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. I think we should demand better from the so-called political opposition in this country than that. We deserve better. We demand better. And with the building of the struggle, I'm going to say this right now, okay? The struggle is building. Just in my own union alone, it's not just postal workers, it's the telecoms workers, BT, they're out on strike. The RMT, we've seen the fights in other unions. I think we're more now than ever. I think maybe, just maybe, TUC, maybe thinking about calling a general strike now, and I think we should put pressure on them to do that. I don't know who's with me on that. Anyone? Yeah. Who wants a general strike?
Yeah. Yeah.
TUC, you listening? Yeah, we do. So, I'm going to sum up by saying this. I know it's difficult for those of us who are in strikes right now, who, none of us want the hardship of losing pay when we go out on strike, especially in a climate like now. None of us want that. Most of us most of the time just want a piece of life. We don't want fights with our bosses. But there comes a time when you have to draw a line in the sand. And that time is now. Once again, enough is enough. And here's the thing. It's not just about defending ourselves, but it's also the fact that when we stand together as a class, when we stand together on the picket lines, we can win. We can win. And I want to say a big shout out to this. Let the workers of Red Funnel Ferries be an example that you can strike and you can win. Fair play to those guys.
Yep,
shout out to them.
Yep.
They fought, they won. That means we can all fight. We can all fight together. We can win. And to sum up, basically, is this. Very simply. Victory. Victory to the trade union movement. Victory to striking workers everywhere in Britain.
Yep, absolutely.
Who's with me? Victory to striking workers in Britain.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you very much. But I hand it back to Declan.
Give it up for Jeff. Thanks, Jeff.
Hey.
Please do stay in the room. Jamie P's making his way up now, our next act.